and current events, entertainment, sports, kiddies programs, and more at your beck and call on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Just visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media platforms. Then you are a global citizen. Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, voice of the voiceless.
Nani.
Rooney! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! Wayne Rooney out of this world! 2-1.
Your Saturdays just got better. 7 hours of live streaming of football games.
Messi. Immens Messi. Encara Messi.
Featuring Premier League, La Liga, Ligue 1, Bundesliga, Serie A, and all the league games in Europe. All you need to do is watch and listen to us on live football every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv Radio. What a great way for sport.
Good morning to our viewers, our listeners out there. This is Al-IyamoyeTv and Radio and a Sportville, another episode of that. Today being a beautiful day, a beautiful week, a beautiful month to every one of us. You listening to our program on air immediately after your program of sport, which is like by someone, Sportville, always come to your limelight, which we give you the best of what is happening in the world of football. Not only in football, but in the world of sports. Today, let me just bring it up to you. And I am IBRAHIM ONIGBINDE. And I'm just giving you from the rugby side, which is Chris Foy. Should England stick with Maverick Marcus meet at fullback for huge Rugby World Cup South Africa semi-final showdown, or go for eyeball specialist Fred Stewart? England are waiting with fingers crossed to discover if Marcus Smith will be fit to play against South Africa, but uncertainty about their fullback plans could be a helpful smokescreen ahead of World Cup semi-final. The national team returned to training on Tuesday at the new base on the outskirts of Paris, and Smith was among the small group of players on a modified program. He started in his 15th shirt against Fiji on Marseille last Sunday and took brutal punishment in the line of duty, but showed remarkable resilience in withstanding the onslaught. That is about Chris Foy was saying, should England stick with Maverick Marcus Smith at fullback for huge Rugby World Cup South Africa semi-final showdown, or go for eyeball specialist, that is Freddie Stewart, says that. Let me just bring it up to you again in the world of sports before going into after moving from there. I want to just talk about what happened throughout yesterday. There was a news that came up to us. A top-held line from Messi. Lionel Messi is set to win his 8th Ballon d'Or as the first player outside of Europe. Lionel Messi is set to win his 8th Ballon d'Or later this month, with the World Cup winner to become the first player playing outside of European top flight to take home and third award. The Argentine 8th trophy extends its record as the most decorated recipient of the award. And we'll see the 36-year-old who claimed the Ballon d'Or after it went to Al-Ittihad Karim Benzema in 2022. The former Barcelona star has long been the front runner to score the top prize at the award ceremony in Paris at the end of October, after the captain Argentina to victory at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Since winning the football most celebrated tournament, Messi has made the move from the European game to MLS, joining David Beckham's Inter Miami during summer transfer window, securing Messi had a transformative effect on the side mid-season fortune, as the playmaker Instant Park saw the team rise from the bottom of the pack to win the first ever League Cup title. But we had to talk about Lionel Messi there. It was being said after he left the European football to MLS side, could Messi win the 8th Ballon d'Or? Later this month, it will be, when the nominees came up, the nominee Haaland, they nominate Lionel Messi as well for this Ballon d'Or. Jude Bellingham was also there. And do you think who won the Ballon d'Or this season. Looking at it from this side, Erling Haaland was a perfect player last season. He played so much well. He helped the Manchester City in winning not only treble, they won all the cups, all the leagues from the English Premier League, the Carabao, the FA, and went on to UEFA Champions League again. And then Manchester City were all the trophies. And Erling Haaland was a big impact on the team. What do you think about Erling Haaland? Do you think Erling Haaland could be the best option for Ballon d'Or? Or should we say Lionel Messi? Looking at Lionel Messi, since when Lionel Messi moved to MLS, he has been the one that brought, but that is outside of European football. But look, he will be the first player to win, if eventually won the 8th Ballon d'Or. He will be the first player to ever won outside the Europe to win the Ballon d'Or. And that's people say it is a GOAT, greatest of all time. Do you think he's the only one? Jude Bellingham as well. Look at Jude Bellingham. Right from when he was at Borussia Dortmund, before moving to Real Madrid. After he went to Real Madrid, look at what he has been doing for the club. He has been a vital player, a very important player on the pitch. Each and every match played, he has been scoring. Unless just like a match or 2 matches, which he did not. Since when he has been into Real Madrid, he has been scoring a goal. And not just a goal, the goal that helps Real Madrid to win the match. Do you think Jude Bellingham could be the one to win the Ballon d'Or for the next coming one, the 8th time which Messi could have? Or should it be the first for Brot Island? Or should it be the first for Jude Bellingham? Aside from that, let me just move away from that. If you also have a comment on that, you can also drop your comment on our Facebook, Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Drop your comment. We'll read it out. We'll talk about it. We discuss much about it. What do you think to win the Ballon d'Or? You know, Messi before he won the 8th, will be the 8th if he eventually won it. But out of the 8th Ballon d'Or, do you think Lionel Messi deserves the 8th Ballon d'Or? Do you think he is qualified to win the 8th Ballon d'Or? The 8th, the Ballon, the 7th he has collected before. Do you think, or which of them do you think Lionel Messi did not worth giving? From your own side, you can drop a comment on there. Let me just move to Nicolo Fagioli, set to face 7-month ban following betting involvement. Juventus player Nicolo Fagioli faces a 7-month ban after having fight connection with illegal betting website. Juventus star Nicolo Fagioli is allegedly facing a 7-month ban for betting on illicit network. The Turin prosecutor office approved the decision after finding strong evidence against the charge. However, the Serie A club is yet to express the choice and point of view on the topic. According to Fabio Romano, Juventus midfielder Nicolo Fagioli will be banned for 7 months. Decision approved by Turin prosecutor office for betting on illegal platform to be announced soon. After being found guilty of suspected activity on unlicensed online gambling site, Fagioli reported himself to the Sports Judicial System. Investigators uncovered Fagioli's identity while looking into transactions of gambling website operating without the license. Such crime generally results in a fine. However, because Nicolo Fagioli is a professional athlete who belongs to the federation, Juventus star Nicolo Fagioli is set to face 7-month ban following proven involvement with illegal betting site. It has not been confirmed yet, but presently they were looking up to that. Very soon, we'll know what will end the story of Nicolo Fagioli. Will he be banned for 7 months? You know, they have been saying all this. I don't know what happens to these players. Same thing happened in English Premier League, which we all know of Ivan Toney of Britain, which was banned for 7 months. He has been on this since the summer. He has not played this season for Brentford. Probably January is coming back to play his marble. Before that, he has been on ban, just training all alone. Look at Nicolo Fagioli now. He's also a victim of this. What could happen to this player? you've known that if you eventually you were caught of this, you will be banned for a lot of months. And you keep doing this, you keep repeating itself. What could happen to Nicola Fagioli? Do you think he could be banned for 7 months? Because that's happened. There's no measure to that. There's a penalty, the punishment for if you are caught betting on illicit or illegal, you will be banned, which you don't know the month that could be given to you. But Nicola Fagioli now, they were also talking about Sandro Tonali, but unfortunately the Newcastle board, the team, they stood by him, but telling him like standing by him says he is not worth what they were told he's doing. Unfortunately, when they go into investigation on that, when they went on it, they later discovered that Sandro Tonali wasn't. Unfortunately, probably they may still be on the investigation. They may come back. They may still come back to that. There's an issue comes up with that. So probably, but eventually, if they eventually investigate it more, probably they may come back to Sandro Tonali. But presently, as it is now, he is not part of it. It's only Nicola Fagioli, which will be given a 7th month. But if eventually they caught him guilty of that, it will be banned for 7 months, which means he won't play. Probably he will come back before, maybe before the summer ends, before the season ends, or probably next season. We can't say it for now, not until when the news has came up to us. Also, yesterday, a news pop up. What happened to Neymar da Silva? Neymar comes off for Brazil on a stretcher with what appears to be serious injury. Neymar Jr. left the pitch crying after new injury it was yesterday night. It looks like a serious injury again for Neymar as he was going off the stretcher with hand on his face. Oh, that's a big thing for Neymar da Silva. I just want to read the news come up for that as well, which says for Neymar Jr. I just want to read a news on that. Also for Neymar, Neymar Jr. When he was being took off from the pitch yesterday, he was crying heavily. Why is he crying? What do you think may cause the crying for Neymar Jr.? He was even thinking, what was he even thinking? What was this? What was the reason why Neymar was crying? Because the thing, back then when he was at Paris Saint-Germain, he had an injury. He was out of the pit for a very long time before coming back. So he was crying not because, he won't be able to play. He has just been proving himself at Saudi Arabia, presenting Saudi Pro League, proving himself. But unfortunately, this injury may cause a lot of damage to Neymar. Probably the next hero coming up, he may not be in the team. He may not partake in the match again, because maybe that was why he was crying, because he was looking at himself like, what could happen to me? What could be the end? Could this be the end of my football career? Could this be the end of my playing career? For him to cry that match yesterday, there's something behind that. Not just an injury, but something attached to it. What could that be? We're still trying to figure out what could that be for Neymar Jr. For him crying when he was being picked up for a stretcher yesterday, for having an injury for a match that went on yesterday. Unfortunately, so Neymar, it looked like a serious injury again for Neymar. It was with hand on his face, crying heavily. Not just a cry, but he was crying heavily. So now to Argentina, Angel Di Maria. I will leave Argentina national team after Copa America. It's over for me. I heard Messi at PSG. And told him, the only thing I'm grateful for is to have been able to play with you in a club, to be able to see you every day. That is for Angel Di Maria. Now to Sampdoria. Sampdoria confirmed Andre Pirlo as head coach, supporting and backing him despite 1 win, 3 draw, 5 defeat in 9 games in Italian second division Serie B. Andre remains our leader. He will bring us to top level and is an excellent manager. That is for Sampdoria and Andre Pirlo. what I just say about this Adopilo is just because what I think is if Adopilo can just relax before going into coaching line. That was my own thought. Because when he was about to start his coaching career, we all knew him when he was at Juventus. We were like, you know, you just, when you retire from football, immediately he retired from football. That was when he got the Juventus job as a manager of Juventus. Being the manager of Juventus Juventus is not just a small club, it's a very big club. And the player is also a legend there. But if you were to take the position of the manager, you just need to sit back, look into yourself, am I capable of doing this? You should just start from somewhere. Starting from Serie B is a very good one. That was what happens to some players now. Look at Wayne Rooney. You know, going to Birmingham City is a very good option for you. Not just moving to the way Frank Lampard did, coming up to Chelsea, or Steven Gerrard. Just going to the top club. You just go there to disgrace yourself, to disgrace your coaching career. You just have to start from somewhere. Show your talents. Let them know what you're capable of doing before moving ahead and saying you want to be the manager of a top club. You can just move into the top club. Look at, I so much respect Zinedine Zidane for this. Immediately got to Real Madrid team. He made it possible for Real Madrid. He made them know I'm the best for this job. And he did well, collecting the back-to-back Champions League for Real Madrid. Immediately he did that, he had to retire. He had to sit back. He had to retire. Like, for now, I'm not engaging myself in any managing. I'm not going into any club now. I want to sit back and understand this very well, so that it won't be disgraced or it won't be embarrassed for any sort of for anything of such, or any embarrassment that could come up to that. So he don't want to do that. He has to set back. He has to stay back and enjoy himself, like staying with a family before going into another coaching style. For again, from let me just pick up this before going on a commercial break. This side from let me just talk about Newcastle United. You know, I think I talked about this before now, which is Tonali's agent. Rizzo confirms Sandro suffers a gambling addiction. He is fighting to avoid that, and I am sure he will win this difficult game. He said, still in shock, I'd like to thank Newcastle United as they are supporting Sandro. His training, a good feature on Saturday. Tonali's agent Rizzo, I hope this gambling addiction issue will help to save Sandro's life, as well as many other young guys affected by same problem. Sandro understood that he has to focus on this issue and face gambling addiction with strong, determined approach. You know why I talked about Sandro Tonali? He had an issue with that. He was being addicted to that. So he was trying to see what could happen. That was why I was thanking his agent, Rizzo, was thanking the Manchester United team as a whole. The board was thanking them for the support given to Sandro Tonali. It was not just being left out alone, like you just have to face your problem yourself. They stood by him, like nothing will happen to you, because it's not just what you expect or not what you have been doing before. So, thereby, what could happen to that? I think Sandro Tonali should just be focused on Newcastle United presently. He should just be himself. Look at what can happen for your next match. Yeah, now he said he has been training. He has been training with the team. Probably he could feature on Saturday. We wish him the best if he could, because Sandro Tonali has been a very impacting Newcastle United team this season. So far, so good this season. And probably this weekend he should be able to feature. So he should be able to forget what has happened about the gambling, of addiction of the gambling. So let's just move on a commercial break. After that, I'll give you much more about the news of Manchester City, Arsenal, and Manchester United. We also from Real Madrid. When we comes back, I will also give you the matches that came on yesterday the match report that came out yesterday. I'll give you the details on that. But I have to give it to you. So before we call it a wrap, probably we check on our comment section. Maybe we can see one or two of you that make a comment, which will read it out to you and we'd say before saying our goodbye. Let's go on a commercial break. Do stay with us. Don't leave there. Don't go anywhere. Just stand and sit and watch our program. Thank you for listening.
It's just got better. 7 hours.
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at Tausaf Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Tausaf Central Mall, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to Tausaf Travels and Tour.
Gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó pàgbàmù ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zayana. House of Zayana, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zayana, lẹ́tí máa rójúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó jiná tí wọ́n fawọ́ original ṣe, àwọn aago kájọ́ tó ń ka wákàtí ọjọ́, designer sunglasses and perfumes, pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tóbìnrin àsìkò fi ń gbafẹ́ lò gbà. Mo débẹ̀ ojú mi ń ṣe kámi, èmi ni ó rà, èmi ni ó mú. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógì gbọ́n pa fashion tẹ́ wá nílò jàlábíà, hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. House of Zayana lẹ́ ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zayana wà ní 52 Ọlọ́run ṣògo road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Parish Ọlọ́run ṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zayana 08165688618. House of Zayana, ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì.
Your Saturdays just got better. 7 hours of live streaming of football games.
Messi. Immense Messi.
Welcome back from that commercial break. Thank you for still being with us. Thank you for still joining us. Thank you for still waiting for the news on end. Let me just move to Arsenal fame. David Raya, I am at one of the most important club in the world, and I play UEFA Champions League. One of my dreams, for sure. Arteta was key. A loan deal to be made permanent in 2024. If it was on me, I would have done it yesterday if I could. David Raya on relationship with Ramsdale. The relationship very good, of course. I fight to be the number one, but at the end of the day, we are mates, which is the important thing. We have a very healthy relationship. There are no problems. That is from David Raya. He was thinking, or let me say, he was very happy to be at Arsenal, playing in the UEFA Champions League. He said it was part of his dream. It has been his dream to play in the UEFA Champions League. It was even like, what could be the end of me before this? Unfortunately, he later ended up playing the UEFA Champions League, which he was grateful to Arteta for. He said it was a key part for him being at the club, for him to be there. And also from David Raya and Ramsdale, they were saying a good relationship was between them. You know, Ramsdale was number one last season. Unfortunately, David Raya, after he came to Arsenal, he has been the number one goalkeeper for Arsenal this season. Presently now, in the absence of Ramsdale, sitting on the bench. Ramsdale was being used at the domestic cups, domestic league of Carabao, thereabout. You know, Ramsdale has been the best for them last season, but fortunately this season, it has been David Raya. So the two can just fight for the shirt, for them to be at the top, or for them to support Arsenal to win the league? Because everybody wants Arsenal to win the league. And you also wish Arsenal could win the league this season. Because from the title contenders, we see Manchester City, Arsenal, the two clubs that could eventually fight. Probably Liverpool comes up and Tottenham. Probably this season we could see what could end the team. Because players at it is now. Arsenal and Manchester City. Tottenham were also there because Tottenham was at the top of the table. Arsenal and Manchester City. That's the three of them. So who do you think could win the league? So with the help of David Dwyer and Ramsdale at Arsenal, they could help the team to win the league. Let's see what will happen before the mid of the season. We are moving towards the middle of the season this October. March coming up, November, December, before moving to the middle of the season. Let's see who is still going to be at the top between these top four teams that we mentioned, the likes of Tottenham, the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Manchester City, and also at Liverpool. Let's see, between the four teams, who could still stand, who could still be at the top of the league before the mid of the season, or let's say after the mid of the season. Let's see who could be there. And also to Manchester United, Rasmus Haaland, better not to be compared. He is in a class of his own. I hope one day that can reach his level. But right now, I think it's too early. Haaland is the world best striker, if not the world best footballer. That is coming from Rasmus Haaland. Telling Haaland was best on his own. Don't compare me with Erling Haaland. You know, I like the way he speaks. You know, but presently, Rasmus Haaland, because of what is happening at Manchester United now, what is happening to the team, the board, affecting the player as well. So we can't say Rasmus Haaland is not a good player. He's not a better player. No. Let's wait and see. You know, when Erling Haaland came to English Premier League, getting to Manchester City, Manchester was at their best. He coming there also had an impact to the team. So to Rasmus Haaland now, look at Manchester United team as a whole. The players, the managers, the board. There is an issue between them. So before we can say Rasmus Haaland was not a good player, wasn't a perfect match for Manchester United, no, don't let us just hold on that. Let's see what could happen to Rasmus Haaland by the end of this season, next season. Let's see, because Manchester United are coming up a little. So before this season ends, let's see who Rasmus Haaland can improve himself to be a better striker for Manchester United. Because the likes of Rashford, Anthony Martial, and Tony, they were there to support him. So let's see what could happen. Could he be a best striker for Manchester United? And also Manchester United plotting a January move for Gueye. Manchester United were eyeing a move for Crystal Palace defender Mark Gueye in January. According to that, the Red Devils will compete against the likes of Liverpool, Newcastle, Arsenal, and Tottenham, who are also named on roping in the English defender Gueye. Current contract with Crystal Palace expires in 2026. Manchester United also want to go for Mark Gueye in January. Let's see who could Gueye end up with, because this summer Gueye was about to leave, because even Chelsea also want to get back, because we want to get back Gueye. He was the former Chelsea player. Then, you know, Chelsea has also been losing so much player like that, so he has been part of them. So presently, let's see what Gueye. He's a big player. He's a very good player, and a very important player. If Manchester United can just get Gueye, because Manchester United is having a lot of problems. Looking at their defense, Lisandro Martinez an injury, Rafa Varane an injury. You can see that Lindelof was there. The players they had was Harry Maguire, Donny Evans from the centre back. So do you think using these two players can give Manchester United the best option for what they want? Wan-Bissaka had an injury, which Dalot was being used. Lindelof was being used as a right back sometimes. Dalot would be used as a 3, as a left back. When they have Sergio Reguilon and Luke Shaw there to be played, which they were unable to play. So what do you think of Manchester United getting back Gueye? Could it be the best option for Manchester United? Or they should just leave? Lindelof had an option in Manchester United contract until 2025. And there is a deadline for it. Feels quite likely that it will be activated. Continue at Manchester United. Absolutely. I enjoy myself very much. It's a club that I really like and I love to represent. We will see. That is Lindelof. It's a very good player for if he can just be there. And also to Real Madrid, Jude Bellingham. Being at Real Madrid improved me as a player. 100% guarantee. Everybody knows that. Since Jude Bellingham has been at Madrid, he has been 100% a good player for Real Madrid. Being around those mentalities and quality of players every day, it takes you to a new level mentality, physically and technically. I also love the freedom Ancelotti is giving me. You know, when you have a manager like that and you're being given a free role, an opportunity, you just have to prove yourself. And Jude Bellingham has proved himself as the best and better player for Real Madrid. He has been the best. You know, I was even talking about it, like, could he be a best player? Because Jude Bellingham can also win Ballon d'Or. You know, I was even talking to a friend of mine, I was talking to a friend of mine, I was saying, do you know that Jude Bellingham can also win, but among the young lad that we have presently now in the world of football now, Jude Bellingham has been the best. He has proved himself as the best. And do you think he could be the best till the end of him? Not just like Gareth Bale. When it comes to the limelight at Real Madrid, he started well. But fortunately, look at the way he ended himself at Real Madrid. Look at what happens to Gareth Bale now. Presently as it is now. So to Jude Bellingham, I think is the best option for if eventually he can continue the way he's doing at Real Madrid. I think one day he will win the Ballon d'Or for himself. Let me just go to the comment section on our Facebook, Al-IyamoyeTv and radio on a Sportville. We have Wally Machite. Messi never deserved to win this year Ballon d'Or. Why not Erling brought Haaland? Messi never deserved. Do you think so? That Messi never deserved. If Messi never deserved, from your own side, from what you've seen, what you've said, FIFA cannot nominate Messi. He can't be nominated. We all know Erling brought Haaland. We all see what he did and what he's presently doing at Manchester City. Everybody knows what he does last season. Presently now, what is he doing for the team? Like 6 matches has been played without a goal for Erling Braut Haaland. I'm not against Erling Braut Haaland having the Ballon d'Or. Likewise, I'm not saying Messi should have the Ballon d'Or. I'm just been talking about this. For him saying Messi never deserved to win the Ballon d'Or. I'm not saying he's winning the Ballon d'Or. He's winning. But presently, he's been nominated. They were criticizing them. They were saying probably Messi could win. If Messi win the 8th Ballon d'Or, he could be the first ever player to win outside of Europe. So looking at it now, Erling Braut Haaland is a perfect match, which everybody think he could win the Ballon d'Or. We never say. No one can tell. They have to vote for who to win, which later by the end of this month, we will know who is winning and who is not to win. And eventually it's Erling Haaland. It's a good one for him. And if eventually Messi won it, oh my God. Because a lot of chaos has been happening, saying Messi, a lot of things have been happening. We were still talking about it like Messi doesn't deserve to win the Ballon d'Or. A friend of mine even said, if Messi win the Ballon d'Or, he would never be happy with FIFA. I said, what's your own with FIFA? He said he will never be happy because Messi has done nothing this season. The last season, you think so? But if they were to look at it, they will bring the past and why they were being chosen before nominating them. Let me also turn to the comment section. Giving Messi Ballon d'Or will only make the work of Erling Haaland be unnoticed. For a player to get 3 trophies in his 4th season, get over highest goal scorer in Europe, having good impact in the city games last season. This is unfair to Erling Haaland. Oh my God. We are not saying Erling Haaland is not having the Ballon d'Or. It's not just that. We are not saying Erling Haaland is not getting the Ballon d'Or presently. He may get the Ballon d'Or. He may get the Ballon d'Or. Anything can happen before this can happen because it's just a vote for who and who are to choose. And the voting has been going on even behind us. We are only talking about these. We are all been criticizing these by ourselves, looking at Erling Haaland and Lionel Messi. Between the two sides, I know the Ballon d'Or is just between the two of them. Who could win could it be Erling Haaland or Lionel Messi? Messi deserved it or he did not. No one knows. The FIFA knows the best. For him, for them choosing him, for them nominating him, they knows the best. Because sometimes, if I could remember some years back, which Lionel Messi got the Ballon d'Or, people were criticizing. We were saying he did not deserve it. There was a time which was Niger, which everybody thought West Niger could average. There was a time which they thought Lewandowski could have it, which eventually Messi got it. We are not even talking about that. Like, could it be Messi? But then, what could we do about it? What could we say about it? FIFA knows more than we do. They know what they are doing for them nominating him. Let me just bring up the last news here, which said Jake Jassim could target Liverpool after being left angry and disappointed by Manchester United. Sheikh Jassim bin Ahmed Al-Thani has been left very disappointed and angered after his bid to buy Manchester United from the Glazers failed, with the Qatari businessman now tipped to turn his attention to Liverpool. It was revealed on Saturday that Sheikh Jassim had withdrawn his latest offer, believed to be worth around £5 million, with Sergeant Ratcliffe now expected to finalize a deal, which will see him buy a 25% minority stake in United for a fee of around £1.4 billion. The deal could be ratified at the United board meeting on Thursday, and will bring to an end a saga that has dragged on for almost a full year, with the Glazers announcing in November last year that they would consider a strategic alternative, including new investment into the club, a sale, and other transactions. Look at Jassim bin Ahmed saying he could move to Liverpool after being denied by Manchester United. He could move to Liverpool to get a Liverpool. Probably, let's see if it can do that. If Liverpool can just allow that, or they could give him a stake at there. And let me just talk about the matches that came up yesterday. Argentina against Peru. Peru against Argentina, with Argentina won 2-0. Messi scored the brace for Argentina. Mexico against Germany, a 2-2 draw was played between the two sides. Rudiger and Franco scored for Germany. Uruguay against Brazil. In the absence of Neymar, which he had an injury, Uruguay defeat Brazil 2-0. Ecuador against Colombia, they played 0-0 draw. And the matches that could come up tomorrow, by Friday, the team could be on their club side back. They could be on their club side. We'll give it to you on Thursday, probably on Friday. The game that will come up through that on Friday, we'll give you the game that will come up on there. That will be the end of Sportville on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for those that comment. And if eventually you later see this video, you can also like, comment, share all our programs, all our content on this. After this Sportville, a news is coming up to you, which will give you the latest news that happening around the world, we call it Fresh Light. And after that, the Yoruba version of that will come up, which is Iroyin Ojun. So, where we give you what is happening in the world, not only in Nigeria, but in the world. And as SMD always says, God bless Nigeria, God bless Ogun State, God bless Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, God bless all the staff, God bless viewers out there, God bless our viewers, God bless our listeners, God bless everyone. I would say it's a goodbye. And I am Ibrahim ONIGBINDE. You can also meet by tomorrow. Let's join again another new topic, another new news, another new thing that could come up to you, I'll tell you a good bye. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening.
Featuring Premier League.